Hey guys, it's Jeffree beautyriotx, and today I'm talking about buying used makeup off of Mercari and PoshMark. If you don't know what these apps are, they're basically like eBay. You can find clothes, anything of that kind of nature, shoes, things like that, but you can also find makeup, and I'm kind of focusing on makeup and beauty products, let's say. So this isn't necessarily like it's not gonna say this is what you do when you go on there. I'm basically gonna tell my experiences, good, bad, and maybe just share some advice and tips with you, again, in my experience. Spare me from saying, oh, you're wrong. These are my opinions. Opinions can't be wrong, okay? Let me just start there. If I say, I like this foundation, you can't say you're wrong because you didn't like the foundation. You just have a difference of opinion. So if you have a difference of opinion, feel free to leave it below. There are also some pet peeves that I have. So if you don't know what Mercari and PoshMark are, again, I'm gonna focus on the makeup beauty part of it. It's basically where you're emptying out your makeup and you're like, you know what? I've had this palette forever. I haven't touched it. I need to get rid of it, but I don't want to just give it away. I paid a lot of money for it. What can I do with it? So you head on over to PoshMark or Mercari, which they're kind of the same thing. So you're gonna post a picture and make sure, you're gonna make it a detailed picture. If there's any broken shadows, you're gonna say, this is whatever palette, this is a BH Cosmetics palette. I'm selling it for this much. I originally bought it for this much. You're gonna be as detailed as possible, and then you're gonna list it. People can come up and say, okay, I will offer you this much for that palette. And if it's a reasonable price, you can say, sure, sold. You're gonna package your item and you're gonna ship it to them. They're gonna rate you as a seller and boom, you're done. You get money for it, they get their palette, everybody's happy. In a perfect world. It's not a perfect world though. So again, I'm gonna share my experiences with you. I have only bought a handful of things, and this is over the last few months. And I'm gonna share with you what I bought, why I bought it. And this is the other thing. I feel like makeup is like a car. The minute you drive it out of the lot, it loses its value. Makeup, the minute it leaves the store, it no longer is worth the full value. Although some people are ballsy enough to ask for it on these sites. I'll get to that too. I was looking for things that either are discontinued and I can't find anymore, hard to find items, maybe things in box that I got in subscription boxes that I loved that I didn't want to pay full price for. Now, I will give you a pet peeve of mine that I've also found. Now, not everybody is a frequent shopper of TJ Maxx or Marshalls, but I am. And a lot of other people are too. And some of those people think that they can go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, find high-end products that they see there for a quarter of the price, and then sell them on, or try to sell them on, Mercari or PoshMark for the original price, or twice or three times as much as they paid for them. Now, if you're not a frequent shopper at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, you would be like, oh my God, that's a steal. Whereas somebody like me, who does go there a lot, I'm like, dude, you totally just went stocked up on shit and now you're trying to sell it and make profit off it. But that just seems shitty to me. I'm sorry, it just does. I'm gonna go on to my next, which is discontinued products. I made a video not long ago. I didn't post it because I have a bunch of pre-filmed videos that I can post at any time. They're not time sensitive, but I have a video that I'm gonna put up at one point about discontinued items I wish I had purchased when they're out. And two of these products are on that list. The first is the Kat Von D Vida Loca palette. This came out in 2015. This is totally expired. This palette came out right about as my channel started. But as the years went on and I would see this randomly on someone's feed, or I would see somebody using it in a video, I'm like, oh man, I really wish I would have gotten it. And it always stuck in the back of my mind. And now I just found out about these two, like Mercari and PoshMark, like 6 months ago. So when I finally did go on, I was like, oh my God, I can look for this palette. And some people are selling these for now because they are discontinued and hard to find, you have to buy them either used, or maybe you'll get lucky and find somebody who never touched theirs, which you can obviously see when you buy it if it's touched or not. So I was like, oh shit, maybe I can find one on here. I still didn't want to pay 60 bucks for it, but I saw some people selling it for like 100 bucks. Somebody's trying to sell a brand new one for $180. It's not worth that. I mean, come on. But at the same time, it might be worth it to someone. It wasn't worth it to me. So just by chance on PoshMark, like a month ago, a new person posted that they have one of these to sell. I think she wanted like $30 for it. So she posted her pictures, they all looked good. So I bought it. And I had a balance on there because I had sold a few things before. So this leads me to another story. So I think I only ended up paying like $10 for it because the balance that I already had on my account from selling other things, I used towards this. That's something you can do if you go on to sell yourself. Not sell yourself, but sell things yourself. Anyway, so I ordered this. Now she must have been a new seller because PoshMark, not Mercari, they don't do this, but PoshMark does this. If you are a seller, PoshMark has an agreement with the US Postal Service where basically you can use any flat rate box, any size, and all you have to pay is $6 and change shipping, or your buyer has to pay. Anything under 5 pounds is $6, like $6 and change, which is a good deal. Again, if it's something big like this that'll have to sit in a certain size box. Now, it kind of sucks though if you're only ordering a eyeliner and you have to pay $6 to ship it. So anyway, that's just one of the things you have to just kind of accept. But like it's tracked and all that stuff. So like if you're a seller, you can get all these flat rate boxes for free from the Postal Service to send. If you go to the US Postal Service website, you can order tons of these flat rate boxes if you have things to sell, ship, whatever. Now you have to pay the shipping, but the boxes you can get for free. As many as you want, seriously. So again, this girl must have been new because she sent me this palette in a fucking padded envelope. When I saw that mailman walk up to my door, I almost threw up. It was an afterthought, basically. She just threw it in an envelope and just sent it. Really pissed me off. And it just also made me think she obviously doesn't know, either she doesn't care or she doesn't know what she's doing here. So just FYI, if you're a seller on PoshMark or Mercari, take care and really package the items well. One of the shadows came broken. One came broken and one came cracked. I you know, patted them back down and like fixed them, but still, like that was shitty. So I deducted a star because it wasn't destroyed, but I deducted a star from her rating that I gave her saying exactly that she really needs to take better care when sending items, especially eyeshadow palettes. They need to go in boxes. And PoshMark has this agreement, the shipping agreement, for a reason. It's to protect the seller and to protect the item that somebody just bought from you. So you know, I get my product, I leave her a rating, and then she gets the money that I paid for it. The other discontinued product that I wanted to try was the Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. This is volume 1, they have 2 volumes. I figured this was gonna be like the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It smells like hot chocolate. I got this a few months back, and I have used it a handful of times. Jamie Page convinced me to get this because she said it was like her go-to. It was just like a great everyday palette. It's not bad, but it's one of those palettes that I feel like everything just kind of blended together for me when I used it as an eye palette. For contour and stuff, it's fine, but it's nothing to write home about. I think I paid like $15 for it off Mercari. I think it was free shipping, so it really wasn't a bad deal. I mean, I think normally it was like $40, something around that range. So I did get a good deal on it, and I didn't get robbed or anything. But these sites also protect you, and they protect the seller. So what happens is, when the item is shipped, the seller types in, okay, the item is shipped, and because PoshMark is in charge of the shipping label, they automatically have tracking for this in the system. So while this is tracking, they can tell when it gets to my house. Like, she doesn't have to say, okay, it got to her house. Like, PoshMark is in charge of all of that. They can see once it arrives at my house. Once it arrives at my house, it is up to me to say, okay, I accept this product that I received. If it's in good condition and it's what I ordered, I will write accept and then I'll rate the seller. Once I do that, the seller receives the money from me and it goes into her account. If I don't accept it because there's something wrong with it, let's say it came completely destroyed because of the way she packaged it, I would then write, there was a problem with my shipment, I would send them a picture, it was destroyed, it was packed very badly, and they would sort it out somehow. It wouldn't be like, this came broken, now I'm just out of money and I have a broken palette. Like, it would sort it out for you somehow. Either PayPal, like if you get screwed, they'll refund you or whatever. So luckily I've never been in a position where I've had to do anything like that, but they like, look out for you and they look out for the seller if the buyer screws them somehow or tries to. I also got the BPerfect Cosmetics LMD Master Palette. I got this because I loved the first one that I got like months ago from Beauty Bay, the Carnival palette from Stacey Marie. She's like a big influencer. I don't know what I think she's like big on Instagram or something. I was kind of bummed about this. It was kind of like this for me. This is totally like my cup of tea, but it felt like they all blended together. I kind of just grabbed this when I need something out of here. I only paid $20 for this, I think, and it was free shipping. This I got off Mercari. Mercari's cool because you can get the option of free shipping, whereas Poshmark, there's no free shipping. Like, you have to pay shipping for everything. All right, the next, I was looking for Sugarpill Lumi, the loose powder, which is actually what I topped my eyeshadow with today. It just gives a really cool blue, teal, opalescent duochrome to like any look. You can put it on your lips, you can put it on your cheeks, your eyes, whatever. I usually just put it on top of like an eyeshadow. So here it is right here. It's about like, I'm gonna say it's probably about half full. This usually would have retailed for about $22. It's discontinued. So you couldn't find it on Sugarpill's website, brand new anyway. But I found it on Poshmark with this 4 full MAC pigments and a super MAC pigment for $20. So to me, that was completely worth it. The next things that I ordered, I got these, I think this was like the first thing that I ordered ever from like as used makeup. This is my favorite pencil like highlighting liner. This is from Catrice. This is their liquid metal gel eye pencil. I have it on my inner corner today. It's magic. They don't make this anymore. It's in the shade Blingo Starr. I've never found its equal. Well, somebody didn't want theirs. It's brand new. I got this and one of their liquid metal eyeshadows in the shade Satin Vander Woodsen for $8, free shipping from Mercari. And I think this was like 3 months ago. But this is great because I have a backup for my pencil, and this is really pretty as a highlight. The next was a recommendation from Samantha Ravindal. This is the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill Silk Eyeshadow. This is discontinued as well. I couldn't find the shade that she recommended, but I found one of these in general. This is probably a little more than half full. They don't pack these to the top either. This is basically something like the Tarte Chrome paint pots. It's in the shade, I think it's just 32 or something like that. They're just number names. And it's just kind of like a duochrome of like a yellow green. It's gorgeous. It's kind of the same idea as a loose shadow. You just kind of top it on top of something. Really, really pretty. And I think I got this for $12, and I'm pretty sure brand new, these would have been like 30 if it's Giorgio Armani. All right, the next, this is the Melt Cosmetics Digital Dust Highlight in Morning Star. This I'm pretty sure is discontinued because I couldn't find it anywhere on their website. I got 2 of these for $30 and they were just swatched. Like, I could tell they were just swatched, like maybe a handful of times each. Came with boxes and they were free shipping from Mercari. And I think the last product that I got was from MAC, and this is the Gilt by Association eyeshadow. And this is one of their like marbleized eyeshadows, and it's like their bigger ones. It's like it's bigger than their normal like shadows. And I love this on top of a glitter glue. It's that perfect like antique gold shade. So I definitely recommend looking on these sites, but definitely look at the seller who's selling them. And also make sure, if you're not somebody who looks through TJ Maxx, Marshalls, start doing it, because you can find amazing makeup there for $1/4 of the price, like high-end makeup. Every week they stock new things from high-end brands. Kevyn Aucoin, MAC, Tarte, Too Faced, Lime Crime's there now. Lime Crime has palettes there now. Like this Plushies palette was $5.99. It just makes me so mad when I see some people like trying to sell these things, because I know half of the people on there literally just go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, find the stuff, hike up the price, and resell them, which is obviously their right to do. I mean, it's now that they own it, they can do what they want with it, but I don't know, it just really annoys me. Okay, so that was it. I might have missed a few things here and there, but if you've never heard of Mercari or Poshmark, it's definitely worth checking out, especially if there's things that you can't find anymore. The kind of things I wouldn't recommend getting on there are foundations, skincare, because honestly, you can't, unless they show you a receipt, you don't really know if they've opened it, if it's already been exposed to the air and it's already started its whole like, how long this has been open, how long the foundation's been open for. So in that sense, I usually urge you to like stay away from things like that. But if it's like eyeshadow palettes, any kind of powder products, I usually say like just go at it. But if you have questions, you always can ask them. Yeah, if you have makeup you want to get rid of, you can always, you know, try it on there. And I think that's it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything too important, but yeah, that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or any comment, make sure you leave in the box below. Unless you're a dick, then keep it to yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.